once again to this tutorial video of class 4. This is the second session. Name of the chapter is GUI operating system and desktop management. Before we start, let me tell you about the name of the books. I hope all of you have bought the books, then also I am telling you. Book is same as it was in the last year, what we were using. The name of the book is Logics. It is by Kipps. So let's start the second session of this tutorial video. So before we move on to the second session, let's see a visual recap about the first session. What we have already done, we have discussed. But let's see the visual recap of the first session. GUI operating system, this is the topic. Children, in the previous class, you were introduced with Windows 7 and the various operations that you can perform on the desktop of Windows 7. Now, let us recall the Windows 7 is a graphical user interface GUI operating system that has a graphical environment consisting of various buttons and icons. What does it mean? It means in Windows 7 you can see many buttons, many icons, colorful screen that gives you we can say that gives you very easy to use. So let's move forward. An operating system is an interface between the hardware and the user. What is an operating system? Already we have discussed. It is an interface between hardware and the user. It makes our PC alive and helps to run the different applications. It coordinates and manages the activities of a computer, just like the principal of a school, who manages all the activities running in a school. In this chapter, we are going to explore more features of Windows 7. Now, let's see the fact file. Satya Nadella is an Indo-American business executive, engineer and the current chief executive officer of Microsoft. He was appointed CEO on the February 4th, 2014. So, Satya Nadella is the current CEO, chief executive officer of Microsoft. He was appointed in this post on February 2014. Now let's move forward. Features of Windows 7. Already we have discussed. Let's see the visual. The first GUI version of Windows operating system was Windows 95. Since then, many versions of Windows have been released. The most popular version of Windows are Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows ME, Windows XP, then Windows Vista, Windows 7, then Windows 8 and Windows 10. These are some of them. Given below are the features of Windows 7 which we have, which made it very easier. First one is, already we have discussed about all this, attractive, interactive and easy to use. Windows 7 has many features. The first is attractive, interactive and easy to use. Why it is said like that? See, Windows 7 has very attractive appearance with colorful themes. The use of programs makes it quite interactive. It works the way we want and makes new things possible. Now, second feature of Windows 7 is searching made easier. Using Windows 7, we can quickly search any file or folder of our computer. Next feature is flexible taskbar. The taskbar, you know what is taskbar? This thick bar at the bottom of the Windows, this is called taskbar, this one. Taskbar appears at the bottom of the desktop, where you can see the start button at the left side, notification area at the right side, and middle part, this part is called the quick launch bar. So the taskbar of Windows 7 is more flexible and application oriented rather than previous versions. Unlike previous versions of Windows. Now we can pin our favorite program on the taskbar. Pin means you can bring your any program to the taskbar for quickly access. Any program whatever you want, like Adobe Reader, MS Windows, TouchPaint, whatever MS Word, MS Excel, Paint, TouchPaint, any program you can bring it to the taskbar by using the pin option, pin to taskbar. What you have to do, you go to that program, right click and choose the option pin to taskbar. That program will come onto this taskbar. We can pin our favorite program on the taskbar for easy access. Windows Windows supports multitasking. This is the next feature. Windows 7 can effectively perform more than one task at a time. For example, we can type letters in MS Word while enjoying music with Windows by using Media Player. Now let's know more what information we are getting. Snapping is another good feature of Windows 7 which helps in working with multiple open windows. It is used to arrange windows side by side on the screen. This is helpful when comparing two documents or moving files from one place to another. Now next is jump list. This is a new feature that takes you straight to the documents, pictures, songs or websites what you have recently visited. For example, the jump list for Internet Explorer shows the recently opened websites. To open a jump list, right click on a program button on the Windows 7 taskbar. Now cascading windows. From here we are starting the second session of our tutorial video, that is cascading window. What is cascading window? This option is displayed, the cascading option is displayed when you right click. Okay, let's move, then we will discuss about cascading windows. Already we have seen this jump list. Now we will start from cascading windows. This option is displayed when you right click on the taskbar. The cascading windows option arranges all the open windows from the top left corner on the screen to the bottom right corner. From the top left corner to bottom right corner. The cascading windows, what is the use of cascading windows? The cascading windows option arranges all the open windows, all the open programs, it arranges from the top left corner to the bottom right. One after one like this. This is the use of cascading windows. Now the taskbar. Let's discuss about the taskbar. What is taskbar? This is taskbar. The taskbar can be seen at the bottom of the screen. This one. The start button on its left side and the notification area on the right side. And the middle section of the taskbar is known as quick launch bar. This is called quick launch bar. The middle section where you can see various programs are pinned here. So what is taskbar? Taskbar appears at the bottom of the desktop. It is a long horizontal bar where you can see the start button at the left side, notification area at the right side, and the middle section is known as quick launch bar. So what we know now, taskbar is divided into three parts: left side start button, right side notification area, and the middle section is known as quick launch bar where you can see the various programs. Okay. The taskbar can be dragged to any of the four sides. By default it is placed at the bottom, but you can drag it to any of the four sides. If you want to place it to the top, you can drag and place it here. If you want to place it to the right side, you can drag and place it to the right. Same way you can do this to the left also. So taskbar is very flexible in Windows 7. You can place it one of the four sides. Now let's see the next. Whenever we run a program, its button is automatically placed on the taskbar. When you run any program, that button is automatically placed on the taskbar, and it will be little bit highlighted, that you can understand that this program is already open in the Windows. Now we can activate the application windows by clicking on the taskbar button. Clicking the button again will minimize the application window. Suppose four programs are open, all will be highlighted. If you want to use that, one of them, you just click on that highlighted buttons, that program will come onto your screen. Again if you click, program will be minimized. Now let's see the next. When an application is active, its button is highlighted in a lighter shade and appears to be pushed in. The Windows taskbar provides the easiest method to switch between activated programs. The taskbar has the following three main sections, what we have already discussed. The start button at the left side, this is the first part. This is probably the most used button. When you click on the taskbar, start menu will come onto your screen. This menu is called start menu. Okay. This option present the start menu provide access to the main programs of the computer. Now the notification area, what you can see at the right side, this area contains clock program icons that provides status of notification buttons like antivirus programs, battery status, software updates, sounds, speakers, etc. So left side you have seen just start button is placed. If you click start button, start menu will come. At the right side, this area is called notification area. What type of program you can see over here? You can see that volume icon, network icon, date and time, battery status. These things you can see on the notification area. Again I repeat, taskbar is divided into three sections. First one is start button at the left side, right side notification area, and the middle part is known as quick launch bar. Okay, let's move forward now. Quick launch bar. Let's discuss about the quick launch bar. This part is known as quick launch bar, middle section of this. Here you can add commonly used programs such as Internet Explorer, Word application, TouchPaint program, etc. Whatever the program you want, that can be opened or launched with a single click. You need to single click only. Okay. Now next thing, let's know more fact. What is that? Windows 7 supports an interesting feature known as arrow pick. It turns the open windows transparent and makes the desktop of the computer visible. To use this feature, just point and click on the right edge of the taskbar. That arrow pick feature. Already we have discussed. Now let's see how to customize the taskbar. Customizing means you can change according to you. Wherever you want to place, or many options are there what you can use. Let's see how can you use that. You have to right click on the taskbar. When you right click, a list of menus will come. From there you have to click on properties. Let's see. Customizing the taskbar. You can customize the taskbar to your best. Let us see how can you do this. Right click on the taskbar. This type of menu will come. Just click properties. Then this type of list will come where you can see many options, taskbar, start menu, toolbars. Okay, in the taskbar section, what you can do, click on the lock taskbar checkbox. If you do this, your taskbar will be locked. You cannot drag it to any place. So this option is used to lock the taskbar. How you can do this? Again, I am telling you, right click on the taskbar, click properties, then you will get the list of menus. From there you have to click on lock taskbar option. Then your taskbar will be locked. This will lock the taskbar with this result that you will not be able to move it to any place. Now click on the auto hide taskbar. Next option. If you click that auto hide taskbar, the taskbar will be hiding when it is not in use. That option is used to do that, auto hide taskbar. But just now see, this is the list of properties. If you click, right click and properties, then the taskbar section you have to choose. First you can do the lock taskbar. Taskbar will be locked. You cannot place it to the any side. Now next is this one, auto hide option. If you auto hide, this option makes it the taskbar to receive and hide automatically when it is not in use. Now click on the use small icons checkbox. If you click that, all the icons on the taskbar will be smaller. The size of the icons on the taskbar will be smaller. Now next is specify the location of the taskbar. As just now we have discussed, by dragging you can change the place as well as using this option. How? See, this is the location of the taskbar. By default it is showing bottom. Means already you can, always you can see your taskbar is placed on the bottom of the desktop. This is the by default setting of Windows. But you can change the setting. If you click this arrow, drop down list will come. From there you can choose the option either top, bottom, right or left. These are the options available here. bottom is already selected, left just under this, right, top, all these 4 options are available. You can use one of them. Then your taskbar will be placed according to you. Now specify how icons should be displayed on the taskbar, choosing the desired options. These are the options available. Always combine hide labels. Many more are there. Let's see which are these. Now notes, let's see. So that was the there was the options for how icons should be placed on the taskbar. Few options are there. Always hide and combines like that. When you go through it, you will be understanding. So let's see the note what is given in your book. To make use of the auto hide taskbar option, uncheck the lock. See once again. To make use of the auto hide the taskbar option, uncheck the lock the taskbar option. Then again it will come onto the screen. Now these are the options. Always combine, hide the labels. It will pile up the icons for the same program and only show the icons when it is there. Combine when taskbar is full. This option will pile up the icons only when there are many Windows programs open and there is no place on the taskbar, and will show each Windows labels next to the icons. These are the options available here. How to place the icons on the taskbar. Okay. Now next is icons. What are icons? Icons are the small pictures represent files, folders or programs. These are the icons. One icon represents one program. So icons are the small pictures for the programs stored in your computer. One icon represents one program, one file or one folder. That is called icon. These are the small pictures for the programs stored in your computer. Okay. The icon play a very important role in graphical user interface, means GUI. Let us learn about some commonly used icons. Computer icon. You know this icon is known as computer icon. What is the use of computer icon? Computer icon gives you a view of available drives. Drives means hard disk drives. Partitions of hard disk. The hard disk is a main storage device. Already we have seen this in the first chapter. So if you open this computer icon, you will see the available disk drives in your computer. Your hard disk is partitioned in how many parts? That you can see. How? If you click, what you can see, what type of windows or what programs stored in this. See, this is the window, this type of window. I know it is not very clear, but let me tell you, if you open the computer icon by double clicking, one window will come where you can see the disk drives. These are the disk drives. C, D and E, these are the disk drives. If you have attached pen drive, it will show the removable disk here. If CD drive, DVD drive is there, that will be also showing here. So this is the use of computer icon. So till here we have seen. In this second tutorial video, we will see you in the next, and you will get some assignments related to these topics what we have discussed. Till then, goodbye.